I've kinda been wanting to do this video for a while, but the reason I haven't is because I've kinda had this sort of silent prayer going on in the back of my head. A sort of false sense of hope that Logan will get better. Because while his 2017 videos have the occasional spike in quality, most of them this year have been mediocre. It's starting to get bad, with people like Rev simply refusing to react to certain videos because he simply doesn't want to go through another video he is almost certain will be meh. However, the straw that broke the camel's back for me was actually something fairly minor. It was this Tito Come Outside music video posted on Chili's channel. I'll explain the significance of this video in a minute, but for now, let me explain some of my reasons why I believe Logan has been lackluster as of late. The same characters are used over and over. Like the characters or not, I think we can all agree that the same characters have been used over and over again during 2017. Sure, we've gotten a little more variety compared to like 2016, but that still doesn't excuse the fact that Logan has been using Junior, Cody, and Joseph in a bunch of videos, and if it isn't that, it's usually Jeffy annoying Mario for the 1000th time. Or sometimes the two types of videos even overlap. What the characters really need is some more variety. While yes, Logan has been putting in additional characters like Shrek or Black Yoshi, that's rare and still barely makes a dent in the death grip Junior and Jeffy have the channel in. Don't get me wrong, I have no problem with Junior and Jeffy videos. If it's a good Junior or Jeffy video, I'll call it that. If it's bad, I'll call it that too. The main problem, however, is that having the same characters is like having the same food every day. Sure, it's fine or even good for the first little while, but eventually it starts getting boring. But we're just scratching the surface of some of Logan's big problems. Another big one would have to be recycling plots. Whether it be just in name alone, like with Jeffy's piggy bank being compared to Junior's piggy bank, or a fully recycled video like the babysitter videos, there's indeed a recycling problem. We'll be focusing on the plots though. But they can't be too similar, right? Well, of course not. That is, of course, if you don't include massive amounts of filler as recycling, or the fact that the Game Night series is the same thing over and over again, or hey look at how much work we put into this one scene, like in, say, Bowser Jr.'s Cookies. Then Bowser Jr. goes to the future, Jeffy gets stung by a bee, and any other videos that instead of having a decent plot, instead opt for one or two scenes where you can tell 95% of the effort went into it. Or how about the beginning to just about every single Junior video ever? They meet on that dumb red couch and talk for a while before actually getting to the plot, which is sometimes recycled anyways. Maybe Logan's running out of ideas, but seriously, why don't you try and pull some ideas from those fans of yours, Logan? Admittedly, some of them do indeed suck, but there are actually quite a few good ones in there if you look hard enough. Sometimes though, I along with many others think Logan is using Jeffy as a means to slightly alter a Junior video, slap Jeffy's name on it, and call it a day. Despite that, the only recent example I could think of would be Jeffy's piggy bank, which is only recycled in naming, so we'll give it a pass. But you want to know something that's recycled a lot more than the plots?
Motherfucker! Piggy, you better give me my fucking quarterback, bitch! You expecting me to be quiet for a fucking week? What are you doing? Yeah, Jeffy, because
Now this mainly seems to be a problem with Jeffy, but the recycled jokes are starting to get old really quick. This seems to be similar to the problem I had with Jeffy early on in his run, where he had a whopping 2 or 3 jokes. And the same problem is happening here. Most of Jeffy's jokes now consist of him yelling about green beans or throwing a huge fit and cussing a bunch. There are a couple more, like how Jeffy can sometimes act irresponsibly just to act cool or have street smarts, but that's much more rare. The problem with these jokes is that they can be seen coming from a mile away. Sure, Jeffy throwing a fit about his green beans was shocking and funny the first time, but now we know what's going to happen and it's just dumb. And then Jeffy cussing about not getting his way isn't shocking anymore. It's just gotten repetitive. Of course, there are a couple other jokes that are repetitive, like Joseph talking about his dead mom or Cody being incredibly gay, but compared to how much Jeffy's jokes I repeated, they're very minor problems. Chili's vlog channel isn't very good. Now, I don't want to be rude to Chili and say her vlog channel sucks, but okay, it kinda does suck. It's not even because the videos are bad or because they're vlogs. While I'm personally not a fan of vlogs, I can kinda understand the appeal of these. But I have a problem with the vlog channel. The videos are overly clickbaity, as in just about every single video has the dumb all caps title and some sort of thumbnail ranging from alright to really dumb and clickbait. I know this doesn't have to do with Logan much, seeing as he's usually just grumbling about something in the vlog videos or just being really dumb, like sometimes really dumb. But you also get such magnificent content as the video I mentioned earlier of Tito Come Outside, the music video. Stuff like this video just kind of proves that Logan isn't really trying much and is instead doing what he wants. And don't get me wrong, it's fine for him to relax a little, but the fact that he usually records for a few hours at most, then edits for a day or two on each video, and spends the rest of his time doing stuff like this just makes me worried. Spend more time recording, spend more time thinking of better ideas, spend a bit more time just polishing and overall just perfecting the ideas of videos. And for the love of God, stop appealing to a bunch of 10-year-olds because they're the only ones who would find his music video funny! Moving on. Now, this is a minor gripe, but I thought I might as well mention this in the video. Logan, you do not need more money. Which is why it baffles me that you're doing stuff like saying, "Oh, don't forget to buy Jeffy's song on iTunes." Like, really, Logan? Really? Now, this is done in a similar vein to the occasional times where someone like Junior will tell people to subscribe to Logan, but that's funny, and it's actually free, and it's just breaking the fourth wall for a second. It doesn't pop up just clear out of nowhere like, "Go buy Jeffy's iTunes song." Also, side note here, the Nintendo Switch videos felt way too much like Nintendo Switch product placement. It felt like it was done for the sole purpose of, "Hey, Nintendo Switch, right guys? I've got one of those." Rushed videos and plot lines. This contributes to something I'll be mentioning a bit later, but I noticed a glaring problem in some of Logan's videos. Besides the fact that many times when a video is rushed it is padded out with filler to expand the runtime, but sometimes key plot elements feel rushed as well. Remember the secret door and all the hype surrounding it? I mean, Logan and Chili even made a countdown to the secret door livestream, so it had to be a big deal. And while, yes, it was kinda a big deal, I had one major problem with it. The big reveal, and spoiler alert for all the 2 people who still haven't watched the video yet. Instead of going with something cool like the Brooklyn guy turning out to be evil, instead they came up with one of the biggest cop-outs ever by making the real person called Does Bad Things Guy. While it was funny initially, on subsequent viewings, it just made me realize how annoyed I was with this cop-out. They made it clear they had essentially written themselves into a corner, and they took the laziest way out they possibly could. There are other videos that sometimes do this, like Mistaken for being really lazy and the ending being incredibly stupid, the bake sale being another cop-out, Joseph moves in having a kinda dumb conclusion, and many more. But there's more problems 2017 Logan has. And here's one of my biggest problems, the filler. Logan has been doing a terrible job fighting this problem this year, considering I remember, or I guess should I say, vaguely remember multiple videos that were pretty much all filler. Want me to list the 2017 ones? You do? Well, here you go! Chef Pee Pee's Cooking Sucks felt like filler, especially since the plot kinda stopped in the middle of nowhere at the end of the video. The bake sale was mostly filler with Junior and Cody. Root beer was so boring I can barely remember anything from it at all. Jeffy's bath time had parts where it was so boring that it was actually more entertaining when Cheese was fixing her internet during the reaction as opposed to the actual video. Jeffy Gets Stung by a Bee was a video that, while kinda interesting, was spent mostly on the video and effects looking cool than actually fixing the filler issue. Junior Goes to the Future was very similar, with the whole house being covered in tinfoil just being something to look cool instead of the plot being fixed. Nintendo Switch was just Switch product placement. 1-2 Switch Bodies was just more Nintendo Switch product placement. Mistaken was almost all filler. Playtime 5 felt like more filler than usual, and felt mediocre compared to its predecessors. Bowser Jr. Sneaks Into a Movie was almost all filler, and when they finally got into the movie more than halfway into the video, it ended up being mediocre. Jeffy's Fun Day was literally the definition of a filler video since it was literally Jeffy watching paint dry. Jeffy Loses His Pencil was a bunch of dumb filler of them trying to find Jeffy's pencil. The Mystery Safe was just a bunch of Junior and Cody arguing over whether they should nuke stuff or not. Cody's Missing was just Cody yelling about how he's not in a bunch of Mario games. Drawing Jeffy was just Jeffy yelling at Mario for falsely accusing him. And Chef Pee Pee the Babysitter was just Jeffy doing dumb stuff instead of forwarding the plot. There's a lot of filler videos where the characters just sit around and at best do something dumb in there, or at worst do literally nothing but talk. But something worse is that it makes the videos forgettable. When I have to skim through a video again from only a couple weeks ago just to remember what happened in the video, you know it's a bad sign. Most of this year's videos have been boring, hence why we've been calling them meh. But one of the worst things Logan has been doing, especially in 2017, would have to be this. Probably my biggest problem isn't any of the things that came before this, it's the fact that Logan keeps saying he's trying to improve. Because it's rather clear he isn't trying. He's just hoping that one of the videos he makes just so happens to be a hit. And don't get me wrong, Logan has had dry spells before, but not usually near the beginning of the year, and not for 5 months. Sure, there are little good spikes in there, but that's about it. And what's worse, Logan refuses to try anything new. He wants to stick to his safe formula of Junior and Jeffy videos. What's ironic though is that Logan had an attitude with Jeffy to try a throw everything at the wall and see what sticks kind of attitude until Jeffy gained some proper footing on the channel. But when it comes to, say, trying out any of the older characters, they might get a cameo or, if they're lucky, an entire video. But if that video doesn't work, they're scrapped for a while, almost like Logan is trying to hide the character and bury them under a pile of Junior and Jeffy videos. But now I want to get back to the video I mentioned at the very beginning of the video, the Tito Come Outside music video. Why was this the straw that broke the camel's back for me? Well, it made me realize something. Logan is going the way of the formulaic and safe YouTuber. And that's why he doesn't try anything new. That's why he can still get loads of views on a Junior and Jeffy video despite the video being mostly filler and using the same old tired jokes, because people will watch those types of videos anyways. His audience of very young people will watch the videos anyways, so long as it has Junior or Jeffy in the thumbnail. Logan has stated plenty of times that he looks at the stats and analytics he gets from his videos. And while I'm sure the videos he has right now are indicative to him of a good YouTube channel and some decent income, it won't help him in the long run once his channel's growth suddenly comes to a screeching halt when people simply get tired of the same old same old. So please Logan, take my advice. For your sake and for the channel's sake. You know it's soon going to get bad when such loyal viewers, like I mentioned previously, Rev, are starting to get bored of your videos. I mean, Rev's channel name is SML Reviewer. He has SML in the name. Clearly he wants to see your videos do well and would very much be loyal. Same with me, I want to see your videos do well. I do not want the same old same old. Point I'm trying to make is be careful, okay? Now knowing Logan, I'm sure he'll say, whether it be in a vlog or in the comments or whatever, that he's totally working to improve his videos, and then people will get mad at me for criticizing the great Logan because, look, he said it right there, he's improving. First things first, wait to see if he's actually improving, and don't just take his word for it. Watch and see if he tries to fix the things I mentioned in this video. Because if there's one thing I've learned about Logan, it's the fact that he can say a lot of stuff, but he can't necessarily follow up on all of it. But if and when he does improve, I know this video will get hated on by a bunch of stupid people who can't understand that I will have published this video before he started improving! Thank you all for watching, and good luck, Logan.